Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and today we are keeping on the roll. Guys. We are going to be looking at yet another deck affected by Age of Overlord. Today, we have already looked at Chimera. We have already looked at Tier Lament. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Rescue Ace, guys. Rescue Ace Diabellestarr, which is going to be really cool. Nice little interaction there. But essentially, what it doesn't add anything crazy to the deck. Rescue Ace is already pretty good at what it's able to do, but what it does allow you to do is give you a lot more consistency getting to your engine and to your hydrants. So you're playing essentially 2, 5, 6, 7, 10 copies of hydrant, essentially, quote unquote, in your main deck, which is obviously really good, obviously right off the bat, to be able to have that immediate sense of consistency. I think anyone sleeping on if you are playing Rescue Ace, let me say this right here. If you're playing Rescue Ace, if you're not playing Diabellestarr in your Rescue Ace, I think you are sleeping on it. You are definitely under all of the rocks, and definitely need to go ahead and get something checked out, because this card is actually super crazy for the strategy. So what does it allow you to do? So essentially, this card, right? It's good. Card. This card allows you to do is a free special summon, and it sends another card from your, I believe, hand or field, to the graveyard in order to special summon her. 2500 attack, level 7. Works with Bashtian, but we're not here for that. So what does it also allow you to do? It allows you to search one of the Sinful Spoils spell trap directly from your deck. What is the Sinful Spoils? There's another cards that we are also getting in this strategy, which, guys, it's kind of like a mix of like the Snake Eyes, Sinful Spoils, what's it called? The Diabellestarr, all in one kind of archetype. So you get to go ahead and get the origins of Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. This, what allows you to do is send another face-up card you control the graveyard. Any other face-up card, doesn't have to be a monster, and special summon one level 1 fire monster from your hand or deck. Then yada. All the other stuff is completely irrelevant for the time being, but you get special summoning any level 1 fire. What does it allow you to do? Special summon level 1 fire hydrant, or you can also get really saucy with it and play the Jet Synchron for some Overlord Savage Dragon plays, because this is a level 7, this is level 1, this is level 8. 1, 7 equals 8, so you get to go from there. You get to go ahead and additional Omni-Gate on your board, guys. Absolutely super nuts. Let's go ahead and get into the quick deck list. So, 2 copies of Turbulence, 3 copies of the Hydrant, 2 Preventer, 3 copies of the Airlifter, 1 copy of Impulse. For the most part, pretty standard, what I would say, as far as with the Rescue Ace lineup is concerned. Maybe missing 1 or 2 cards. For the Diabellestarr, just 2 of the Dark Witch, you're just fine anymore. It's going to be just a little bit too bricky at that point. Not bricky, but you don't need to play 3 of her, right? 1 copy of Jet Synchron, because I think that combo is absolutely crazy and you need to go ahead and play it. 2. I played 2 Ash Blossom, 2 DD Crow, 2 Effect Veiler, and 2 Imperm for my hand traps. Why? Because with Cross-Hat Detonator, what hurts this deck? Effect Veiler, Imperm, Ash. These are 3 cards that are absolutely detrimental to the strategy. I don't play them at 1 because they are also really good in, of course, the mirror match, and just generally decent hand traps overall. Effect Veiler being the lesser of all of them, but I want to make sure that we are able to have 1 to go ahead and use against our opponent, and 1 to use with the Cross-Out Designator. That way we're not just playing a whole bunch of 1-ofs in the deck. At least my personal opinion on the matter. Now for the spells, we play 3 copies of the Emergency, really good card, of course, being able to special summon any Rescue Ace monster from your deck in defense position, then tributing any Rescue Ace monster from hand or field. As a result, doesn't matter if you summon out your Turbulence or your Hydrant, and you're good to go. You get full engine. Next, we have 2 additional spells. We have the Rescue and the Alert, and that's going to be it for the quick play spells. Next, on to the field spells, going to be 1 copy of Rescue Ace Headquarters, HQ. Really, that's all you need. Anything more than that, and there's no reason to play any more of the field spell. I mean, realistically, the only time you should play more than 1 of the field spells is if the field spell says on activation search, like the Trickstar Light Stage, the Cashier field spell, the Tier Lament field spell, the Scareclaw field spell. All those are obviously really good. You need to play 3 of them things. HQ doesn't do that, but it still gives you additional normal summon, gets you, a little bit of a attack boost here and there. It's kind of cool. I played 2 copies of the Sinful Spoils Snake Eye. I see a lot of copies playing, a lot of versions playing just one. I think two doesn't hurt you, because with one you can go ahead and special summon out your Hydrant, and with the other one you go ahead and special summon out your Jet Synchron, so giving you additional 2 ways to go ahead and go about it. Plus that way you don't just use up all your resources, because then Diabellestarr kind of becomes not relevant towards later into the grind game. Whereas having this, you can still special summon Diabellestarr and gain plus off it by being able to search out the Sinful Spoils, and gets you the either Hydrant and a second copy of Hydrant or Jet Synchron, whatever you're trying to go into further down the line. Next up, 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity, 1 copy of Call by the Grave, 2 copies of Cross Out Designator, guys. Of course, really good, just being able to survive the hand traps, If you want to play a 41 card deck with 3 copies of Cross Out Designator, that is perfectly fine by me. You don't need Droll and Lockbird. Realistically, you don't need, kind of, with Diabellestarr, it does play into Droll, so that's actually, not thinking about it, that's probably something you should probably play. But I want to go ahead and use the most impactful hand traps, guys. Droll and Lockbird's kind of falling out of the format, not really being as relevant anymore, but then again, that's my personal opinion. Next, got 3 copies of Sinful Spoils Hunter Fiend. Really cool. Reminds me of One Piece with the Wanted poster, but whatever. So basically, this lets you add any Diabellestarr monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can have recursion of your Diabellestarr Dark Witch. You can also add her from your deck to your hand to get you immediate access to the full combo. So that's it for the spells, guys. On to the traps. 2 Imperm, 1 Contain, 1 Extinguish. Really all you need. 40 card main deck. Now we can go ahead and move on to the extra deck. Extra deck's going to be less relevant, obviously, because this deck doesn't necessarily need to go into the extra deck. But with the addition of essential cards like the Diabellestarr Dark Witch, which sends you the Jet Synchron, which gives you additional plays that way, and the brand new card SP Little Knight, which is absolutely going to be crazy in this deck. Actually, there is a card that I missed. I want to go ahead and see if I can fit IP Masquerena in here anywhere. Can I type? Is that okay? No, I can't type. All right, well, just there it is. I want to go ahead and find somewhere where I can put in IP Masquerena. I don't know what I would take out in order to put this card in, but maybe, am I crazy for wanting to take out the Nightmare Phoenix to go ahead and put in the IP Masquerena? I just think IP Masquerena is so good. Being able to go IP into SP, and you go ahead and take off from there. So you go full combo, quote unquote. So I have 1 Linkaribo for your combo, 1 Lingaribo in case you get the Ibly lock and you need to out that nonsense. 1 SP, 1 IP, 1 Sunlight, 1 Sunlight Wolf Salamangreat, 1 Hida, of course, 1 Celine, because we are playing the Effect Veilers to go ahead and climb that ladder, per se, into our access code. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, which is so good. There's so many cards out there right now that just are unaffected, untargetable, a whole bunch of nonsense, whatever. Chaos Angel sucks to deal with, This card takes care of all that jazz for you, so you are good to go from there. Abyss Dweller, number 41 Baguska, of course, necessary cards. I don't see a lot of Rescue Ace profiles actually running this. I think that's actually super crazy, because you have the ability to potentially bring them out, and if you have the ability to potentially bring them out, this should be at least Abyss Dweller in your extra deck. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You have to run Abyss Dweller in this format, because Tier Limit with Horus is absolutely horrifying. And and we need to go ahead and find some way to combat it. It's absolutely super nuts. So 1 copy of the Overlord Savage and 1 copy of Bear on the Floor to wrap up the full deck, guys. Main and extra deck, 40 and 15. I don't have, of course, a side deck for you guys. That's something that will vary, and we'll have to go ahead and wait and see what we can go ahead and do with that. But with that being said, guys, honestly, I think the Rescue Ace gets a huge boost. Obviously, in consistency, a lot less bricky hands that you're going to be seeing if you guys are playing Rescue Ace. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is this going to be your deck of the future? Let me know if there's some additional combos that I am missing, guys. But honestly, I think we've covered pretty much the gist of why Diabellestarr is so good. But if there is anything else, like I said before, let me know in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. Let's bring it up to discussion. If further ado, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.